Hi, my name is Drew. I'm a student pilot, and these are my adventures. Come along with me as I attend my first week at the JetBlue Gateway Select program. My first week at the program was a doozy. We had 3 days of orientation. The first day of orientation, going over a little bit about our sponsor company, JetBlue, about their culture and their expectations for us. The second day was a little bit about the actual academy where the training is going to be held. I got to meet with different people who worked there, and then they laid out their expectations for us. And then day 3 was a little bit more about the program. We met with our flight leads. They told us a little bit more of what to expect, standards, benchmarks, and all of that. One of the themes that they told us that everybody's kind of echoed is that the program is fast-paced. We're part 141. We're training under 141, which means that it's very regimented. The whole program is approved by the FAA, and there's benchmarks and procedures and everything is laid out for us. So the other part of it is that it is an accelerated program. We should be through CFI 2 within 13 months, and so what everybody echoed is that, especially in the beginning, it's like drinking water from a fire hose. And we definitely felt that the very first week. So after the initial 3 days of orientation, we had 1 day off, and then we started our very first ground course. Ground course is basically a classroom where we meet with an instructor and we learn kind of aeronautical principles. One of the things anybody who's in aviation will tell you is that the airplane is not the place to learn. That's the place to practice. So we have ground school to go over everything from, the things we have to know before we can fly, aerodynamics, maneuvers, and just kind of all of the knowledge base. The way our program works is there's a online study course that we have to go through, and then ground is kind of more of a review. So we had 1 day off to basically hit the books, study up on what we need to study to come to class, very first class, to kind of go over all those principles. Then we had another day off, and then the last day of the week was a long day. We had our very first simulator training. It was basically introductory to flight controls. So that is one nice thing about this program is while it is fast-paced, everything is meticulously designed for success. So they set you off in a simulator, for safety, so that way people can get used to the aircraft, learn how the controls respond, start running through checklists. Checklists are huge in aviation, so like getting into the flow. That way, when we get to the aircraft, that way we'll be a little bit more familiar. There'll be a little bit more of a flow, and then we won't have to waste our precious flight time getting orientated. So that was my first week.